So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. Ready, everybody?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Last week, you journeyed into the underground ancient grove of Demetria the Dryad. You rescued many human children from Fey captivity. You delved deeper into the dungeon, and eventually, you found your target, Demetria. She was sitting down to a gruesome cannibalistic feast with 4 of the kidnapped girls, and you interrupted the ritual of turning the girls into maenads. A fight broke out, and we're going to pick up right at the tail end of that fight. So let me move you back over to the map, which is all the way over here. All right. As always, if the whole entire thing loads for you with no dynamic lighting, just refresh your map, etc., etc., etc. All right. Demetria is unconscious from the non-lethal blow she took from Talus. Reset is down on the ground. I'm assuming stabilized at this point. As is Philippocles in the arms of the 4-armed dead treant. The beautiful living oak table is trying its best to repair itself, but it has been broken in half. Crowded in the hallway are the heavily drugged teenage girls that you rescued. A very lovable and loving satyr, and your party bard, Kyra. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go right over, make sure Phil's okay, get him out from under there.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go put out the fire on the table.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get the Horn of Destiny so that doesn't get broken.
Okay. All right. You are a flurry of movement as you begin rushing around the room. Alexei goes to open his mouth, and just weird modem sounds come out of his unhinged jaw. He sort of walks into the wall and just starts bumping into the corner here. Hypatia, what do you do?
I suppose I will head in here and check on the group in here.
Okay.
Reset and the Dryad.
All right. Talus, I would assume that this might be when you and Hypatia had your exchange via Discord about the nature of good and evil, and greater good versus immediate good, and balancing the scales, and it was some heavy stuff. Reset is she's injured pretty badly, but she's not going to die. Demetria, even as she lays there, you can see her wounds mending themselves, as is her way as a very powerful dryad. There's also a door to the north.
Talus, do you have any rope? Can we tie her up? And I guess I would snatch her fancy bow away from her.
Oh, I have a handout for that fancy bow.
Yeah, Talus would try to bind her hands. And
there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the bow is an over-the-top gold and pink enamel job. It does not look very practical. And there is a quiver of like arrows, sort of tied side quiver to her belt that is full of those weird heart arrows.
Does there happen to be any cooking oil in the kitchen here? Seems like an odd request.
I mean, it's a kitchen. There is a big old clay pot full of human tallow.
I just want to coat the rope in non-plant matter, considering it's a dryad.
Well, I would qualify the distilled fat of children as non-plant matter.
Just in case she can make the rope grow or
Yeah,
bind
sure.
or do something. So.
She was teleporting around before.
It's true.
Am I unconscious still, or am I just kind of laying there?
Unless you receive some healing, yeah, you're still kind of laid out there.
Oh, with knowledge of spell casting, because I use teleportation type stuff, I'm gonna put a blindfold on her so she can't see somewhere to go to teleport to.
Okay.
There you go, Phil. Healthy
Maybe going
4.
overboard here, but
Just trying to pull
with
Phil-
spellcasters, you can't go overboard.
It's trying to pull Phil out from underneath the giant tree. I realize I probably can't do that, so I'm gonna heal him for 4.
so she should be bound and blind. So we only got to worry about somatic components or verbal components.
All right, she is restrained, grappled, and blinded. All right. Any other precautions you'd like to take?
I'm just gonna yell at Anastasia. Hey, Reset is down in here as well. Can you come help her?
Yeah, after
Yeah,
patting
what-
Phil, I'll make sure he's okay. I'll start making my way
Oh,
over.
you tuck away the horn of Demetria.
Or I'll give it to Kyra, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyra's like puts her hands up, like, oh, just watching and observing, occasionally singing, but that doesn't count. Not doing anything to help you at all.
Gotcha. She winks at her. Got you. Okay, I guess she'll put it away. Yeah. Or let Phil hang on to it if he wants to. Doesn't really care. She's gonna go help Reset.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll use my last healing light.
Okay.
Or
All right, Reset. You awaken with 4 hit points.
So I'll ask if someone can take hold of, just make sure she stays put, so I can move away and investigate
yeah.
other things.
I mean, I'll carry it around.
I wanted to approach the corpse of the treeman
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's maybe what could be seen as like a sapling or something that could be replanted somewhere.
Mm.
Somewhere around here.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature check. You know that there are useful parts to be harvested from a treant, but you do not know if or how treant reproduction works exactly.
Yeah, I was just gonna try to go off of what I know of trees.
Yeah,
Like,
totally. I
try
mean,
to
you could
find
take
a
you could take like
sapling
a cutting from them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll try to take a cutting or something I can
Okay.
try to replant.
I was gonna harvest him.
Well, you can
Get all
harvest
the
the
good
rest of
bits.
it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this door.
All right, this door to the north.
Yeah.
All right, hold on just a sec.
Could start taking up the druid path and try to integrate the cutting into myself.
Oh yeah, Thylean druids are a bit hardcore. All right, this door to the north. You go ahead and open it, and it is a lavish bedroom. There is actually a formal description for it. Hold on. Let's see. Sometimes I do miss like physical books because you could just stuff them full of like post-it notes and like very quickly kind of go from like one section to another. So this is my this is my confession that sometimes I miss real books. I'm just gonna put it out there. So,
Control F.
if you're listening, books, I love you. Let's see. There we go. Sorry. Like, I was reading another section about what's up next, so I've got to go back to this area. Here we go. Demetria's chambers. This lushly appointed bedroom is covered in rugs along the floor and silks along the walls. A beautiful bed carved from living oak dominates the center of the room. Within the room, there is a trunk, sort of built into the bed frame, out of that same living wood. It definitely has the vibe of a treasure chest.
Would I have to step onto any of the rugs to get to it?
Oh yes, yes. Yes, you would.
Let's try and mage hand open it. Will that work?
You may certainly try.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
The chest is locked.
Does she have a key on her body? I'll look.
Are you gonna look at this this bound up lady belongings to see if you can find a key?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. As you search her, you do in fact find a delicate ring of small silver keys.
I'll just pass that to Hypatia.
Any check I can do to determine which one might be most appropriate?
I mean, thieves' tools probably, or just a straight intelligence check if you want.
I mean, I can investigate, maybe? Or just-
Investigate keys?
Well, yeah, like see which one looks like it would fit into a chest.
Oh, I see. Like gauging
Yeah.
the sizes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh. They're all subtle variations of the same key.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No. I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna say I can't tell which key it is, and I'm afraid there might be a trap. I think we should maybe wait for Alexei. He might be better at this sort of thing than I am.
Off in the distance,
call him over.
You hear the whirling whine of modem sounds. Alexei robotically stomps down the hallway. He crashes into the door frame. Kind of bumps into Phil, slowly but surely making his way over. Crashes into that door frame, takes the keys from you, falls over on top of the chest. All right. He fumbles with the key, opens the chest, and then flops over onto his back. The chest opens, revealing mad treasure. Let's see. There is the sparkle of crystals and precious metals inside. From the doorway, you cannot see what is there.
I'm gonna peek my head around. Does Alexei look okay?
Yeah.
Is he on the floor?
No, he's sitting at the foot of the bed, looking morose.
Alexei,
Okay.
is it okay?
Alexei
Modem sounds.
refuses to humor your babyish behavior. He is not here right now, and he is. You are going to look in that goddamn chest yourself.
Okay. I'll look.
Okay, inside the chest, is a tongue and several rows of teeth. No, inside the chest is many lovely trinkets. included among these trinkets and trophies, you see 2 necklaces, each worth 100 drachmae each. You see 4 rings worth 50 drachmae each, and a half dozen gems of different sorts, each worth 50 gold each. You also see, nerd, at the bottom of all this treasure is a very ominous looking spell book.
Oh, I'm absolutely going for that right now.
Okay.
Like I'm like tossing jewels out of the chest to get to that.
When you touch it, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it.
He said it was ominous.
He did say it was ominous. That's true, and I didn't
Okay.
listen.
When you touch the book, you instinctively realize that it is bound in human skin. It makes your flesh crawl. Several of your heads begin to vomit, and you yourself feel your gorge begin to rise. Do you swallow it, or do you find a place to barf?
I try and tamp it down. I've got my
Okay.
pride.
Okay, you swallow back down the burning bile. Do you reach down and grab the book again?
I maybe mage hand grab it.
Okay. You float the book up to you, and it is some Necronomicon shit. It is bound in human skin, including like face parts. There are beautiful glass eyes sort of worked underneath the flesh so that the book can sort of look out at you. And where the clasp is that would kind of keep the book closed is a human mouth, where the leather clasp is sort of acting as the tongue that sort of wraps around the book. The pages themselves are gilded in gold, which is totally worthless, but you know, whatever. It looks shiny and cool. Would you like to open the book?
I'm gonna actually not open it right now.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna go around here, grab a pillowcase,
Sure.
and shove it in a pillowcase,
Okay.
and then carry it that way.
All right.
And I'll investigate at a later date.
They hadn't really invented pillowcases yet, but like, yeah, you tear open one and shake out all the down, and then now you've invented a pillowcase. Congratulations.
Okay.
Big brain power.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys collect the rest of the treasures that are in the box?
I believe we should.
Yeah.
Okay. There are also in a sort of a very thin parchment wrap 4 blueberry scones.
Interesting.
I give them a sniff. Do they smell? I don't know. Like they'd poison me?
They smell pretty good. You also, as you were poking around in there, noticed that there is an old doll that is made out of a dark, dense wood. The doll is missing a hand and a foot. The doll looks a lot like Talus.
Oh,
Huh.
What?
that's creepy.
That's definitely
Gonna
good
maybe put that in the book, in the pillowcase with the book.
You also find a tin of very expensive makeup worth 25 gold.
I mean, not really into that, but okay.
Okay. You also find a deck of cards for a game you've never seen before. All right. So, a lot of weird stuff in that chest. A lot of valuable stuff. 12 50 gold piece gems. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right. What is the plan?
Well, I assume while they were doing that, Phil was carving up Maokai's.
Okay. Let's see. So with the nature check that was performed, you know that you could collect the sap from this this creature. Treant sap is like their blood. It is rich with nutrients and magical energy. When diluted in water, it can be used as a powerful fertilizer. So it would either be a harvesting kit proficiency check or a nature check to harvest the sap from this treant.
I can definitely add help with that.
Okay.
Nature check.
And what attribute would be the harvesting kit? Strength, to break up all that wood to get to the sap.
Oh man. I guess in this particular instance, strength would probably be useful. You can use strength this time.
With Talus help at 17.
Okay. In addition to gathering 3 vials of sap, each approximately worth about 7 gold pieces, you are able to also collect some good pieces of bark. The bark of a tree is harder than that of an ordinary tree. The bark is hard enough to create armor that many druids would enjoy wearing into battle. You collected enough treant bark to construct a treant breastplate.
Oh wow.
That would be pretty valuable.
Awesome.
Yep. You would have to find someone to craft it. Otherwise, you could sell the treant bark for 150 gold.
Oh wow.
I'm going to step back out of the creepy room.
Sure.
Maybe let Reset gather up the jewelry if she'd like. And I'm gonna say this place creeps me the hell out. Why don't we go back outside to the nice area?
Okay.
Let's take Demetria out there.
At this point, Demetria has regained consciousness because of her regenerative properties, but she finds herself bound and blindfolded.
Also being carried by a hulking man.
All right. She will try to bite you. Let's see. This is at disadvantage. Here we go. 10. Yeah, she is unable to bite you. She sort of just struggles in your grasp and says, "You outsiders have made a mistake. You will let me go this instant." Do you let her go?
No.
All right. Fair enough. All right. I guess the question here is there is one room you did not visit that has goat and lady sounds coming from inside of it. Do you wish to deal with that or
No.
no? Okay.
Well,
Wait, go.
We
Like the
did say
baby
we were. We said we were gonna go back and purify, or take care of that room
What?
when we passed it.
Yeah. I just don't. I want to forget it's there. I want to just.
Well, I want to save everybody, so let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Not through the kitchen.
How long has it been since did it take her to wake up?
Well,
Did we get like a short rest or?
No, it's been maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, she woke up quick. Okay.
Yeah.
When she tries to bite me, Phil's gonna give her like a tap on the nose. Try and knock her back out.
Okay.
Non-lethal tap on the nose.
Yeah. I mean, we'll say story-wise, that's fine. You give her a little bonk on the noggin, and she kind of But yeah, I mean, she keeps healing up from these injuries, so it's a process. You're sort of playing like Congo drums on her brain, which is probably not good in the long term. So,
Alexi's gonna pick up his bow that he threw on the ground.
signature move, got it. All right. As you guys are heading out, you pass the ominous door on your right.
Someone else may open that.
I think we should not bring her into a place there's lots of trees around. Just saying, putting her around a bunch of plants sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I mean, this whole place is a bunch of plants.
I mean, I'll just hold her.
Right, but we could bring her into this side room here. It's got one way in, one way out.
Are we looking to talk to her now? Is that the plan, or do you want to?
I'd rather talk to her in this place, and we can even see if the other parts of that council that's been waiting want to come in and
Yeah.
question her as well.
Oh
I
man,
Foster
an
a little bit
intervention. Oh man. All right. All
Weren't we
right.
also talking about taking her to her sister?
Her sister's dead. We'd be.
Well,
No, not
her other
not
sister.
That sister. The other. sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about the other.
Remember,
Her sister's
when your
dead.
dad's
Ha ha ha. What?
when your dad's an immortal philanderer, you have a lot of brothers and sisters. Okay. If you invite the Fey emissaries in, who will you leave out here with all these children?
Well, our other goat friend who's helped us out so far seems very non-confrontational, like he wouldn't want to be part of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He takes your meaning. He and Kyra volunteer to watch children along with Karina.
I can also, we could send the Pokemon.
Okay.
I'll send Skilla.
Well, first
Don't
we'll
we
ask,
wanna
can we
clear
ask
out
the
this
satyr
room?
ask if that room is going to be a problem.
Who do you ask, Lorius?
Yes.
Well, if the mistress, if she calls for help, I mean, there are some maenads in there that will come running.
I'm not really fighting fit right now.
Yeah, that's the nursery. That's where they're taking care of the babies.
Lexi looks good though. Go ahead, clear that room out, Alexi.
Alexi's mouth unhinges like a South Park Canadian, and he kicks open the door.
You don't think that's funny, guy?
All right, there are screams from inside the room as he runs in. About 15 things roll into initiative. Alexi will frontline this for you, though.
Oh, man.
We couldn't just wait a moment and try to barricade the door.
You'll be fine.
Alright, hold on. I gotta roll.
They're babies. Now you could be real Dragonlords. I'll just roll her just in case. I will assume that this transpired as some of you were communicating your needs to these people down at the end of the hallway. So, Hypatia, well, can we say that maybe you were down here with Skilla sort of making arrangements with Kyra as
Sure.
this goes down? All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. Let me grab some combat-y music real quick. Because this music too creepy. It's creeping me out. heard this one on Thursday. It was pretty good. I'm going to use this one real quick. Alrighty. Starting things off is Reset.
All right.
Oh, wait. I should probably read you the flavor text for this room. It may or may not influence what you decide to do. This small stone chamber, it's actually not very small. It's 30 feet across, but I mean, all the flavor text can't be perfect, I guess. This medium stone chamber has been made warm and comfortable with feathered pillows and animal skins. A bronze lantern hangs from the ceiling, bathing the room with flickering golden light. Aromatic incense, lavender, and other sweet fragrances rise in plumes of purple smoke from a brass censer. Although this doesn't quite disguise the dirty smell of goats. You see two maenads. Maenads are basically like, I don't know, fanboy tieflings. Like, they're like hot ladies with horns and animal parts, and they kind of look more human than most fae, but they also have very creepy augmentations to their bodies as part of their transformation into fae. They are not born fae, they are made fae. The two maenads present in this chamber are currently breastfeeding their baby goatlings, while also drinking wine, because again, they don't know what, that's not healthy for the baby. Eating mushrooms, and the larger children are eating mushrooms and drinking wine as well. This does appear to be some sort of a nursery. The goatlings are anywhere from newborns to toddlers in their age and size and capabilities. When they see you, they bare their human-like teeth and hiss at you. Some of them show their horns in acts of defiance, but they do not seem combat capable. The maenads clutch their babies to their ample bosoms, spilling their wine and sort of pulling back in fear. But also, you see rage building behind their luminous eyes. So, Reset, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move up here, and is this a baby or?
All goatlings in this room are babies.
Okay, and is this one bearing its horns in
defiance? Yes.
Yeah.
The two that are with the maenads are like the little babies, and the two that are on their own are like the toddlers.
Okay. As I pass Phil and Talus, I want to just turn to them and ask very quickly, like, are we sure we want to do this?
No.
As I take out a feather.
They're
No?
shitty. Kill them all. They're just gonna grow up and be shitty.
All right, I'm gonna throw a feather at this one.
All right.
Oh, my macro's not working. Hold on.
You have a macro for throwing a feather?
Yeah, so I could just roll it off my bar.
Gotcha.
11.
11. 11 hits, because it's a toddler. It dies.
And then I'm gonna use my last 10 feet to pull back over here.
Okay. Your feather flies true, going right into its eye. The baby lets out a bleeding squall as it falls over, its blood staining the pillows and blankets. The maenads cry out in horror and are now aggressive.
Wow, you guys are bloodthirsty.
All right, Skilla, you hear the bleeding sound of toddler dying. I don't know why mammals don't just, eat their dysfunctional babies like, normal people. You're not sure, but
just fly up here.
Okay.
Take a look. I don't really like the look of this. So I'm gonna maybe not. Let's
Okay.
just go over there. We're just taking a look. See.
Alrighty. Let's see. That brings us to this toddler. All right, this toddler. He sees what has happened, and he sees that his family is in danger. But he's still a goatling. So when he sees his brother laying there dead, blood spurting out of his little baby eyeball, he can't help but let out a baying bleat of giggles. He rushes forward to headbutt Alexei. He does not do anything worth mentioning to Alexei as he butts against him with his horns. All right, these things are babies, so they just sob. Let's see, Maynard. All right, this Maynard is going to. Okay. Oh wow. All right. This Maynard item interaction sets her babies down. Bare-breasted and full of fury for the child who died, she begins to dance. She moves forward, dancing and screaming as she does. The dance is savage, wild, interpretive, and insane. Those of you who witness it, which I guess would be, since she moved to the doorway, all y'all, including Pokemans, you need to make charisma saving throws. Oh, I'll roll for Alexei, who might show up in an hour. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So, Talus, sorry,
No, that's
Skill.
just
Yeah,
Scylla.
you're not there. Yeah, Scylla, and Philippocles. You guys are affected by this wild dance. Let's see. You begin a frenzied dance, matching the rhythm and speed of the Maynard. You cannot take reactions during your turn, and your behavior during the dance will be randomly determined at the start of each of your turns. All right. Demetria is up. Did you set her down in the hallway? Okay. She just sort of...
Well, I was holding on to her.
Oh, so you are holding on to her. Okay. She just sort of struggles against you, and the... I'm assuming like she'd have to break double grapples to get free, so I don't even know. This round she's just coming to. Let's see. Baby Goatling just sort of rolls around on the ground, bleeding pitifully. Philippocles, you're up.
So you said it's randomly determined? What I do?
Yes. So roll a d10 for me. All right. You spend the entire round furiously dancing. You feel your heart rate skyrocketing, and you feel a terrible pain as you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Well, that knocks me out.
All right. Reset. You watch as Philippocles begins dancing furiously in place, shaking, vibrating, thrusting. There is a sudden wild roar that comes out of him, and then 2 sprays of blood from his nostril. His nostrils, his eyes roll back in his head, and he collapses on the ground. Demetria next to him. Philippocles, go ahead and give me another charisma saving throw.
That one.
All right. Anastasia, you're up. Anastasia, were you yeah, you're able to see him dancing, but not the Maynard. So what are you gonna do?
Okay. I guess I'll go over here. If I can maybe see her now, I will try and sacred flame her.
Okay. Dexterity save. Here we go.
Nice.
All right, she fails, takes 1 point of damage.
And I'll back up. That's my turn.
All right, Hypatia, you're up. From your vantage point down the hallway, you watch as Philippocles falls over, apparently dead, or dying. He's probably still alive because his body is still twitching and dancing as he spasms on the ground.
I'm gonna just sigh deeply. I'm gonna look over at the others and say, I don't know what they're doing. I guess let me try and see what I can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is not much.
As you walk away, you do hear the male satyr say to the others, I know what they're doing. They're executing children. And then the three of them look over at Dianthus's stump, and they sort of sigh, because apparently some things never change. All right, what are you going to do, Hypatia?
Honestly, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna try and talk to this chick.
The chick that is currently in a reckless frenzy wild dance?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for me, and what language will it be in?
I've got Elvish. I'll try Elvish.
All right.
I really didn't want to do this. I'm gonna say stop. Can we talk? I think there was some overreaction here. And I'm gonna look over at Reset and Alexei and Talus and say, what are we doing? I didn't think we wanted to do this right now.
All right, Hypatia, you are the party wizard and the big brain. Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature check.
Okay.
From what you know of this place and these creatures, what Phil said is not wrong. Like, they will grow up to be, in his words, shitty. I mean, they were cooking children like an hour ago. I don't know if that helps you assuage your guilt or what, but yeah. Either way, the Maenad is completely without reason at this point, having watched her child killed.
I'm gonna look back at these guys and say, is there anything you can think of to stop this?
They share a concerned look, and Fix calls back to you. Once a Maenad enters a furious frenzy, only death will stop it. Yours or theirs.
All right. I guess I'll frostbite the dancing chick.
Okay. They will attempt a Constitution saving throw. 13.
Yeah, that makes it.
All right. It sort of hits the door frame. She continues to wildly gesticulate and dance about. All right. This baby dead. This one is going to rush forward. And she is going to recklessly... let's see. Yeah, here we go. Like a barbarian, she will recklessly attack Alexei with her dagger. So these are both at advantage.
Can Alexei do his reaction thing to stab her as he comes closer?
He's
sure.
also not in initiative.
Oh shoot. Well, hold on. Then I will have him go before she does. My bad. All right. I think Alexi would definitely stab this lady, or would have stabbed her when she moved in. So I'll make 2 attacks against her. So here we go. First one when she closed with him, and then second one on his turn. All right. The first one with a 13 does not hit with his reaction. On his turn, though, an 18 definitely hits. She takes 15 points of damage. Seems to be just fine. Let's see. What else has this guy got here? Sneak attack. Oh, yeah.
Bonus
I guess he
action.
would probably... Yeah,
about
he
aim.
usually cunning action aims, I think. But he might try clever of the gods. So there we go. All right, so he scrapes up some of the blood from the infant and uses it to sort of bait the Maenad into paying attention to him, trying to open up attacks for the rest of you. She has to oppose his deception. I feel like he should build his deception into that description. Yeah, so she is definitely distracted by her hatred for Alexi. All right. So that brings us to, I think... Huh?
I was a 20, and
I know.
kind of got rolled in late.
Oh, you got rolled in late. Okay. You gotta tell me so I can, like, reset it.
I was going to wait till the next round.
Yeah, just wait till the next round at this point. Which is now. All right, go for it.
Alright, Telos has to roll to see what happens to him.
Correct, roll a d10 for me.
8.
You attack the nearest enemy.
Okay.
And this will be an no, sorry, that one was not reckless. So this will be just a normal attack roll. That is a fumble. Let's see what happens. As you begin or continue dancing in a frenzy, you lash out with your weapon, but in doing so, you end up attacking. Give me a just roll a d4 for me. On a 1 or a 2, it is Scylla. On a 3 or a 4, it is Paratos. All right, you end up attacking your own sweet baby. So re-roll a new attack against him. Oh my god. Okay.
Reroll attack against Scylla. Reroll attack against Paratos until one of them hits.
Let's see. You are so disoriented from what you were doing that your next attack will have a 1d4 penalty on it. All right. And that is your turn. You can make a charisma save at the end of your turn to see if you can shake off these effects. All right. Reset. You're up.
I'm gonna use my action to feed a good berry into Phil's mouth.
Okay. You spend an action. Phil, you are prone with 1 HP.
Ooh.
Yeah,
you.
and I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna move back a bit to here.
Interesting strategy. All right. Scylla. You are dancing like you've never danced before. Go ahead and give me a 1d10. You can act and move normally this turn.
I'm gonna go hide behind Mom.
All right, fair enough. Dodge action.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and give me a new charisma saving throw.
Okay. And this is just a charisma check, right? 'Cause there's no proficiency. or anything.
Correct. Yep. Unless it's listed specifically. Yep. So as
Yeah.
she flies behind you to hide, she begins furiously dancing again. which is kind of neat to see because I imagine a flying snake has some pretty sweet moves. All right, this little goat baby, he's going to protect his mommies. He will attack Alexi. 16 might actually hit. Yeah, Alexi takes 1 point of damage as a baby hits him. All right, the Maenad's turn. She's going to try and get her dance back. She needs a 6 on a d6. All right, she did not get it. She will attack. Since you're dancing up a storm, she's going to split her attacks between 2 targets. She will recklessly attack Talos and then Alexi with a +2. They are both hit for 8 points of
Talos is
damage.
down.
And Talos is down. Damn, guys. I mean, we made it 10 sessions, though, so that's pretty good. It's a pretty good campaign. All right, baby, Demetria. All right, Demetria is going to try and struggle free. Here we go. Yeah, not even close. All right, Alexi is up. I feel like he would rogue disengage to get the hell out of there. Am I wrong? No, he would definitely disengage to get out of there. All right. Probably to stand next to Phil. And then ready in action against their approach. Nah, he already has that ability anyways. So I think he will hit them on his way out. That's what he will do. Yeah, all that sounds pretty good. All right, against the one next to Talos that has already been damaged. This is with advantage because she was reckless. 9 more damage. She is bloodied. And then he will move next to Phil, and that will be his turn. Phil, you're up.
So I was unconscious, but do I need to roll another d10?
Yeah, you made a remember you tried to make a save while you were unconscious, and you failed. So you wake up and you continue dancing. You are able to act normally this turn, however.
All right. I'm gonna spend 5 feet to stand up.
All right.
Gonna move forward. I'm gonna grab onto Talos, and I'm gonna pull his body back over here, to behind where I'm at right now.
All right.
And I'll just ready in action to attack the first that comes within range of me.
Okay. Anastasia, you're up.
Do I get another save?
You do. New charisma save. All right. You continue to gyrate, dance, scream, tear at your beard, all that craziness. All right, Anastasia. Holy shit. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna menace. I'm gonna healer's kit Talos with my action. That's it.
Okay. All right. Hypatia, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna grab the keys from Alexi, and then I'm gonna try and grab the door, slam it, and lock it.
Okay. All that sounds pretty good. All right, go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics check. I'm going to see if the Maenad can sort of thrust something in the way as a reaction to keep the door open. It will be at disadvantage because she's been reckless. All right. She tries to grab the door, but you pull it shut with every bit of speed that you can muster. Begin fumbling with the keys, trying to lock it. All right. Okay. You are smart enough, I believe. Do you have keen mind or no?
I do.
Okay. Then you would remember which key was selected for the chest. So, yeah, I would say you can real quick sort of get that key in there. All right,
Okay.
you hear a click as the door locks. All right, this Maynard rushes up and begins to furiously pound on the door. You hear wood begin to splinter a bit as she starts smashing down the door. All right, Talus, you do not need to do a save against death. You do need to give me a charisma save to see if you can get free of this dance.
11.
11, you are still held within the frenzy. Reset, you're up.
The door is closed. I'm going to just try to help her keep it closed.
Okay. The door does open into the room.
So you have to hold the...
Yeah. And they are sort of just smashing against it because they have completely lost their minds.
Okay, then can I go here and just ready my spear for if anything breaks through, I'll attack it.
All right, Skilla, give me a D10. All right, you act normally for the round, and then end your round with a charisma save.
Have Skilla look around to see if there's something we can bar the door with.
Okay.
Like, is there any furniture in here?
In this long hallway, there is nothing. The closest furniture would be probably the kitchen. The room across the hall is just full of skins and, there is a fire pit, like a brazier.
In the kitchen, there's a bunch of children bones from when those goatlings were cooking up kids.
You know?
Yeah, the adult goatlings, not the children.
All right. So Skilla, you got anything for me?
No, and I think that's my whole. Yeah, I think I can only make it to about there. I can't make it into the kitchen.
This little goatling toddler is going to use the assist action on Mommy. Mommy is going to roll a strength check to try to smash down the door. The door does start to be smashed. One more check, and they're going to bust that thing open. All right, Snake continues dancing. Demetria, taking advantage of the situation, she is going to try yet again to get free. She does not. All right, Alexi. Alexi is going to look around at all of you and be like, "What are we supposed to do? We started it. We got to finish it. Yeah."
Yeah, we'll get ready because they're coming through soon.
All right. He will move here and ready his 10-foot spear. All right, Phil.
A D10?
Yep, got to do a D10.
6.
A 6. You attack the nearest enemy, which would be Demetria. This attack will be at advantage.
She's still an enemy, though.
I mean, she's an enemy as far as she's concerned. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. It is just a blow to her arm for double damage. I will say, for coolness points, you chop off her arm. That'd be hype. She'll grow it back. She's a dryad. She lets out just a wail of pain, and as she screams, the Maenads scream back at her. Their fury driven into even further bloodlust. Demetria passes out from the pain. Give me a new charisma saving throw. Phil, Anastasia, you're up.
10.
All right, you have your senses about you again.
I'll just come over here and ready a sacred flame for when they come through the door.
All right. Hypatia, you're up.
I'm gonna step back over here. I'll ready a firebolt.
All right. Yeah, with that, the door smashes open. All right. Her eyes wild with fury. Her fists bloodied from smashing against the door. Her forehead bloodied from smashing against the door. She tumbles out into the hallway. As she does, you guys could just pump her full of attacks.
Yeah, definitely tears in her eyes. Anna's casting the sacred flame.
All right, Alexi misses. Hypatia, you hit. She wasn't reckless per se because she didn't actually get to attack, but for 9, and then got to make a dexterity saving throw. Here we go. Fails. All right, so she comes out into the hallway. She's used her action to smash the door, so this is a 11 points of damage total. All right, and then she will move to here. Reset, did you make an attack? A 9. Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Yeah, I missed.
All right, that brings us to Talus. Still unconscious on the ground. Give me a new charisma saving throw. You are still just spasming in your unconsciousness, dancing your heart out. Reset, you're up.
This is not the bloodied one, right?
Nope, it would have a bloody tag on it. It is not the bloodied one.
Oh, yeah. I will then ready my action for when the other one comes out.
Okay. Skilla, give me a D10. All right, you take psychic damage as the fury is too much for you. She just explodes into ectoplasm and spiritual essence.
Oh.
She danced too hard. All right, little baby is going to come rushing out into the hallway. You want to attack it?
I specifically said the other one, so...
Okay. This one is going to come out in the hallway and basically just butt its head against you. Let's see what happens. Does not hit. All right, this one right here tries to refresh her dance. Needs a 6. She gets it. She rushes out into the hallway, just screaming furiously. Yeah, dips underneath the spear and begins dancing again. Everyone, except Anastasia, who is too far away by just a bit. Everyone else needs to make new charisma saving throws.
Even if you're unconscious?
No. You have enough problems. It's fine. But Paratos does need to make one. All right, Hypatia, you begin dancing. You and all your snake babies. All right, and Alexi's got to do it as well. Here we go. All right, so looks like everyone did good except Hypatia, who is now dancing furiously. That is her turn. That brings us to Demetria, who is completely KO at this point. Alexi's turn. Yeah. Okay. Alexi's going to go for the one that caused the dancing and is still dancing. Here we go. He will use... how often can he use this Clever as the God? As much as he wants?
Once per
Once
target.
per enemy, yeah.
Once per enemy, okay. Then he will use aim this turn for cheese. And here we go. Oh.
God.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see what happens. All right. As he kind of draws her attention to him, he makes like he's going to stab the baby. She lunges forward to grab the baby. He spins the spear and stabs her right through the throat. There's a horrible cry as she dies, her blood staining the ground. She is done. Let's see. Unfortunately, the effect of her dance does not end if she dies. You must cure yourself of your frenzy. All right. That is his turn. Philippocles, you and your 1 hit point are up.
Phil's gonna look for something to throw.
Okay.
And he sees Demetria's arm.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just gonna chuck it at the main end.
All right. Go ahead and give me an improvised attack, strength. Oof. All right. It flies down the hallway.
And then he's gonna bonus action grab onto Hypatia.
All right.
And drag her back 5 feet.
I love these bonus action grapples because it turns your barbarian into like a battlefield control expert.
Yeah,
it's like
really
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Then he's gonna back up the rest of the way because
in case told him, yeah.
Auntie told him ain't no one bringing him back.
Okay, Anastasia, you're up.
She's gonna mouth to herself silently. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Then she'll Sacred Flame the lady.
All right, the remaining Maenad will try to make a dexterity save. They fail. Take 7 points of damage.
Okay. I'll back up here out of line of sight. That's my turn.
As you damage her, she lets out a feral scream and just sort of tears at her own face, raking her nails down her cheeks. You see blood begin to just flow from the scratches. Hypatia, give me a D10 roll. A5. You attack the nearest ally. So give me a D4. On a 1 or a 2, it is Talos. On a 3 or 4, it is Peritos. All right. You lean down, and I'm assuming snake attack, Talos?
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right. You have advantage because Talos is prone and unconscious. This will be a critical hit if you hit him. It's a 16 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. Also, give me a Constitution save against the poison, unless you're immune. I can't remember with Warforged.
I have resistance against it.
Okay. So
yeah,
you would
there's
have,
no damage.
Yeah, you'd have just a saving throw then against
the condition.
This critical hit has no actual effect because you're already on the ground. So, all right. Give me a new charisma saving throw, Hypatia. Also, Talus, you are now dying again.
Okay.
With 1 failed death save. Hypatia, you are still crazed. All right. This one lets out a crazy, like, Xena-esque cry, and she begins dancing. I need... this is after she moves to here. There we go. So I'll need everybody except Anastasia, who wisely went around the corner.
Did Alexi opportunity attack?
Oh, yeah. He can. Let's see. Oh, all right. So as she rushes past him, he misses. He has to make a charisma saving throw. He fails and begins dancing furiously. All right. Peritos, did he make a check? unless he's
Oh,
immune. Unless he's immune to what is this effect?
He's not.
Okay. Doesn't actually classify this effect, which makes it super strong. He is fine. Talus, saving throw against death. Oof, 2 fails on Talus. Reset, you're up.
I'm gonna yell out. Can you pick Talus up?
I got Talus. Don't worry about him.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw another dart.
Okay. It misses.
And then I'm gonna move back a bit just to get out of Alexi's range.
All right. The baby chases after you and tries to headbutt you with a 17. And misses. All right. This Maynard is dead. Demetria is out cold. Alexi is dancing. He takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Did I need to do another charisma save at 20?
Correct. All right, Talus, if you wake up, you are no longer in a frenzy. All right, Phil, you're up.
Phil's gonna drag Talus back over here towards Anna. And then, he doesn't have a healer's kit, but he is a skilled nurse. So, he's gonna try and stabilize Talus.
All right. Talus is stabilized again.
Talus has been giving everyone good berries, hasn't he?
I didn't this time.
I don't think so.
All right. That is your turn, Phil. Anastasia, you're up.
I'll just come around the corner and do the same thing.
Okay.
Man. Okay.
It avoids the attack, shrieking wildly. Its attention seems to be fully on Hypatia.
Oh, okay. Back up a little bit. That's it.
Dang. Hypatia, give me a D10. A 3. You attack the nearest ally, so attack Adorable Peritos. That is a miss. Alright, new charisma save to see if you break free.
Thank
You
God.
do. You come to your senses just in time to see the Maynard, her face bleeding, her bare breast heaving, her dagger spinning. She lets out another wild cry, her mouth frothing with foam, her teeth sharp. She stabs at you twice recklessly. Once and twice. Alright, let's see what happens with this crit. As she rushes forward, you need to make a Constitution saving throw to avoid bleeding. That is just enough. You need a 14. So you take 19 points of damage.
19 or 17?
Oh, sorry. 17 points of damage. My
Okay.
bad. Yeah, my math was off. Alright, that is her turn. She was reckless. Attacks against her will be at advantage. Alright. Talus, you're stabilized again. And you have broken free from its control. You can remove the purple dot from your character token. Reset, you're up.
I do have Peritos
Okay.
that can do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So Peritos will attack the...
Okay.
Do a flyby attack.
11 does not
21.
hit.
21.
Advantage because.
Oh, right, because she's reckless. That is a hit. And then he
we'll
flies
fly
away. Gotcha. Triggered by the talon attack. All right, reset. You're up.
I'm gonna go up because I can't leave Hypatia.
All right.
And I'm going to attack and flurry of blows.
Okay. All right, the 20 hits, the 21 hits.
So that's 14.
All right, she is bloodied.
And I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. Alexi's turn. He takes more psychic damage as his mouth unhinges again and he keeps making those horrible modem sounds. You see blood just trickling out of his ears and nose and eyes as he sort of stares at the ceiling, dancing in place. He will try a new saving throw to break free. He does not. Philippocles, you're up.
Don't let me die, Anna. Phil pulls out his greatsword and just rushes her.
Okay. That is going to hit. She takes 6 points of damage.
And yeah, I'll bonus action grapple her.
All right. She will try acrobatics to avoid it.
She does.
All right. So she just sort of dances below your second strike with your open hand and sort of just pops back up, hissing, snarling, slashing, and stabbing. Anastasia, you're up.
I'll turn around, make sure Talus is okay, and then I'll peek around the corner again. Would she have soft cover because of all my allies now?
Yeah, she's surrounded by your allies,
Okay,
and they're all
then-
the same size.
And then just Sacred Flame again.
All right. She fails, takes 5 points of damage.
That's it.
Okay. Hypatia, you have your senses about you. You have your 3 hit points. You lunge forward with your snake hair, and she dips below your attack, twirling the daggers. What do you do with the rest of your turn?
That's it.
All
That's all I
right.
got.
She pops back up and recklessly is going to try to stab you, who just tried to get her with the snakes. 16 for 7.
Yeah, that hits, and I'm down.
All right, and then she's going to try and stab Reset recklessly. Critical hit.
I'm down.
Holy shit. All right, let's see what happens. Neck wounds, but only double damage. So you just take a stab to the neck as you drop and blood sprays out from the wound. Talus is down. Reset.
Paratos
Save.
can go.
Oh, Paratos, what are you gonna do?
Gonna fly in, attack, and try to fly out.
I'm so used to seeing him on the tracker. I think that's why I keep skipping him, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was rereading the rules. He's supposed to be on the same initiative as the.
All right,
ranger.
go for it. Let's see that attack. Paratos, how do you finish it off?
I imagine just clawing her eyes.
Okay. Yeah, you claw out her eyes. Her body just like spasms, and she just sort of dances to the ground and just sort of twitches and shudders there for a while. All right, Reset, saving throw against death. All right, you will wake up with 1 HP, prone. It is your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to use my action to medkit Hypatia.
Okay, use a charge of your med kit on Hypatia. Hypatia, you are no longer dying. All right, this little baby is going to rush up and attack Alexi.
Does
It
Lexi
misses.
get its reaction?
He does not get reactions while under the effects of the
Alright.
crazed dance.
Okay.
Demetria's out. Alexi's turn. Let's see what happens. 5. He attacks the nearest ally. There are no allies nearby, so his turn is wasted. He will try to break free. He does not. Phil, you're up. Since the psychic damage can kill him, we're going to stay in initiative until you get it sorted out.
Phil's gonna just walk down here and kill the goatling attacking Alexi.
Oh, yeah, this will go. Yeah, you just completely destroy it. It just explodes. Yeah, it had 1 hit point. But so much raspberry jam inside of it. All right, anything else from Phil?
Yeah, he walks into this room and closes the door.
All right, fair enough. Anastasia, you're up.
Come around and see the horrible scene that has now happened. So Hypatia is good. She has 1 hit point. This thing's dead. Lexi's still dancing. Aye. Just a dodge action. I don't know. I'm done.
All right. Hypatia, you're stable. It's fine. Maynard's dead. Talus is stable. Reset.
I'm gonna pull Hypatia back around the corner. Actually, I don't think I can get behind the corner, but I'll pull her to here.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens to Alexi. He takes more psychic damage. Oh God, he is dead.
Well, unconscious.
Well, yeah, unconscious. And he will try a charisma saving throw. Yeah, he's still trapped in that crazed dance. Phil, you hear Alexi's body drop and then begin flopping about out in the hallway. On the floor, opposite you, there are many crying babies. Their hideous goat-like faces muling out into the torchlit room.
Drive into you.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Anastasia, you're up.
Okay, so he's still flopping about. So
Just
if I just
stabilize
stabilize him, it'll be fine.
Yeah, he doesn't wake up.
He won't wake up and start attacking me if I just stabilize him. Dungeon Master.
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't.
I mean, you know how stabilization works. You have 0 hit points and you're unconscious, right?
Well, I can't get close enough to him anyway, so get here. That's my turn.
All right.
Dodge action.
Let's see. Reset. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, 40 feet. So
Okay.
I'll
Keep in mind
stabilize
that
him with a med kit.
corpses are difficult terrain. But I assume you're
Well,
jumping.
I can
over, so.
Yeah, I could just 35 feet here. And
It's all good. So you're gonna rush up and you're gonna slap another magic band-aid on him?
Yep, I got another charge.
Okay. If that is the case, he will eventually make the save. So we will leave combat.
And while Phil's doing that, I'm just gonna grab or drag Alexi's body, and we're gonna go to a room that's not filled with blood.
Okay.
I think that would be outside at this point.
Yeah, maybe outside. Someplace where we could have a rest.
Okay. All right. So You gather up the fallen. You pass the door where Phil is. You begin heading south towards the grove. There, you see the assembled Fae who have watched from the end of the hallway what has transpired. Over here, Kyra is leading all of the children in one of her new songs that she's still working on. She's a sad bird. She's a happy bird. It's about Anastasia. It's very rough, but you know, it's catchy enough that the children are engaged.
Yeah, I think throughout all this, getting Hypatia, Talus, and Alexi out, Reset's just going to be very quiet. And probably just ask if we could have some time to rest
Can you
while
let
we
me out of the room
wait for
first?
Phil.
Oh yeah, Phil, you open and then close the door. There's a little bit of ketchup on Phil's loincloth, but the deed is done. All right. So you come out into this main area. The Fey creatures sort of move away from you guys. All right. Kyra looks over at you. Her face is cold and distant as she looks you guys over. All right.
Are we? Are me and Talus awake now?
Until you receive healing or an hour of rest goes by, no, you guys would still be unconscious.
Okay, just clarifying.
Yep. Is the intention to load up the magic school bus with kids and head out, or do you want to try to speak with the Fey creatures? What's the move here, guys?
Oh, I think I got some harsh dialogue for my fellow fellowship members once I'm conscious.
Yeah, same.
Well, people who are conscious, though.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to speak, or do you just sort of gather everybody up and leave?
Well, Rosette's not really going to say anything. She doesn't want to leave yet because everyone's injured. So she's going to put them in a safe place and just wait until Phil is done. And then we'll see what happens.
I don't know what you mean by Phil is done. I mean, Phil's right there. Like, whatever you are referring to, like, Phil's right there.
Oh.
I mean, what are we gonna...
So when Phil...
What are our plans for Demetria?
I don't know how long you think that would have taken, but it doesn't take a short rest, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. I'm just going to be
literally
sitting
like
on the
12 seconds.
Log.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the log, and when Phil comes out, I'm going to say, can we take a minute to rest a bit? At least let Talus and Hypatia wake up before we keep going.
Yeah, what are our plans for Demetria?
Well, we were going to talk to her and see if she would tell us what we want to know. I don't know if you still plan to bring her to Versi or what Anastasia wants to do, but I'm willing to give her a chance.
Phil approached the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
And in Fae, he'll ask him, we have Demetria captured, as you can see, but she still has much to tell of us. I know you came here to bring her down, and the deed is done. Would do you have any advice, or?
They all sort of scowl a bit, and they say, our initial purpose was peace. Our initial purpose was to talk. We were ignored, and her mad and dangerous behavior continued. We knew when you entered that hallway what the outcome would be. That does not soften the reality of what has happened, of what we have witnessed. The goatlings, the maenads, they are unwholesome and cruel. They would have grown to be unwholesome and cruel. We do not fault you for what you did. We do not blame you. But it does fill our hearts with caution. You are great heroes, chosen by the Oracle. Heroes that are supposed to finish what the Dragonlords couldn't. And they look to the tree. The Dragonlords were reckless. They were willing to do whatever it took to see victory. But they did not find victory. They found a fleeting truce. You must be better.
Promise you we will be.
Demetria's life is forfeit. You do what you think is right. We will leave this place now and tell the others of the Old Wood that her mad reign is over.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I can't do anything until we rest. We must rest, and then we will speak to Demetria, and then we will leave.
So let's take an hour.
All right. You guys spend an hour resting.
Can I attune to the wand and still rest, or does that not happen if I attune to it?
Yeah, you can attune to the... I mean, literally just hold it and think about it. So
cool.
That's that. Yep. That's attuning. Yep. All right. You can spend hit dice if you got them. And then this thing happens. So anyone who hears this song is cured of all disease, all poison, blindness, deafness, and paralyzation are removed. I don't think anybody had any of those things, but there you go.
Does she also have a Song of Rest, or is that the Song of Rest?
That's her version of Song of Rest.
Okay.
All right.
I can top off anyone else who didn't need hit dice. Or...
I'm all out of hit dice, so
okay. Yeah.
He's kind of just stoically watching Demetria, waiting for her to wake up.
Okay.
Okay. Lorius comes to check on you, Phil. Are you okay? It sounded pretty bad down there. If you'd like, I could see what I can do to help.
Can I insight him when he says, "I'll see what I can do"?
Sure. Yeah, he legitimately wants to help. He thinks that you are amazing, and he wants to do whatever he can to be of use.
Yeah, if you got any kind of healing, that'd be nice. I'm not fully fighting fit. Not Just spend some time with me watching Demetria. Keep me company.
I have these berries. They're local. And he kind of blushes, looking around, and then hands you some of the same berries that you guys saw earlier. They're basically the wild good berries. Yeah. So he hands you like 10 of them.
Yeah, I'll eat the berries. Can I benefit healing from all of them?
Yep.
Thank you.
Can Alexi be healed too? Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry.
So we're back to consciousness then.
Yep.
So Talus is going to be scowling at Rysette and Philip, please, and ask them both, "What the hell were you thinking?"
I think you know what I was thinking. I destroyed evil, and so did Reset. I told her to do it. Don't fault her for it.
You destroyed children. They had not yet done evil.
I would say in this instance, Alexi. This is a pretty bold thing to say for his character without him being here, but based on what I've seen so far, I think Alexi would definitely, as the doomed one who is being constantly targeted by these creatures, probably side with Philippocles on this one. That's they're monsters. They're born monsters. They're gonna grow up to be monsters. They're monsters.
So we act like monsters?
It is not monstrous. Like, I don't think you understand. Even the natural inhabitants of this area agreed that they were just gonna grow up and be evil and do evil things. That's what they do. That's why they were being bred.
So we killed them at that time. It wasn't especially difficult. I was hoping that we could accomplish something today. I'm gonna look around and see that all the natives have left. The Fae delegation has left, and I'm gonna say that it's not about what is or what is not evil. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that now what's going to happen is these people who we needed to be our allies are going to return to their people and tell them the story of how we slaughtered children.
Well, you were unconscious, but I spoke with them, and they said they were going to return and say that we've brought an end to Demetria's horrid reign. And that is what we've done.
And you think they'll stop there?
And you did not see how they looked at me after we started attacking them.
He said he knew we had to do it.
Madam Medusa, if I might, if you had a garden and there were nests of insects in your garden, you would remove them to protect your garden. This is just how nature is. The goatlings were a threat to your people. Whether they're young or old, they only exist for mischief and malevolence. They are not mortals. They don't have the ability to choose. They just are. And while they might remind you of Medusa babies, they were not. They were what they were. Each one that you spared could have been a dozen of your own species murdered during their lifetime. You've just done what nature requires. Sometimes nature is cruel and bloody. I know. I served Demetria for a very long time. The things that I have seen here, if there were scales to weigh, your act doesn't even begin to tip it anywhere near balanced.
It doesn't matter. My scale is off now.
All right, he looks at you, and when you say those super cool words, he kind of swoons a little bit. Like, he's into that. He's into that. He's into, like, the whole, like, brooding good guy thing.
Talus actually is going to approach the tree here and examine it for a minute.
Sure.
Crash, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember last session I'd asked, I don't know if it was Kyra or it was Lorius, if the main ads could be saved. I don't remember what they said. If the main ads could have been saved, I don't think they said.
No, yeah. Once they are,
Yeah,
once they have been turned, like that, that's what they are from that point on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember asking that. Okay, so.
So is there any place where sap is coming out of this tree still, or is it?
No, the tree is long dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what now, guys?
How's Demetria looking?
She's got like a little baby hand, like Deadpool style, kind of growing out of her stump, that of an arm. It was just the like the wrist and hand really, because she was well tied up by Talus. But
Okay.
she's still unconscious.
We should. How far is this from the temple of the Oracle?
Oh, it's at least a day's travel.
Did we want to talk to her now? Or are we bringing her to your sister?
It is your story she holds, Anna. Looks at Alexei. Whatever you think is best, we will do.
Also, those of you who have been kind of doing nature checks and whatnot, you do know that traditionally dryads cannot go too far away from their bonded tree.
Oh wait,
might as well.
yeah. Where's her tree? Is the whole temple like a big tree?
I mean, you have seen a lot of instances of living oak. The bed, the table, the chairs. And she is extremely old, which when trees get old, they get pretty big.
Oh dang. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'd wait till she eventually woke up, and then we'll ask her questions, and then
All right.
finish it or leave it off. I don't know.
Time passes, and she eventually does awake. She is still restrained, grappled, and blind. As she awakens, she starts to struggle again, but half-heartedly at this point. Are they all dead? You hear her say into the emptiness of the glade. I can feel my sister's tree. It's very kind of you to bring me here. This will be a good place to die.
If death is what you wish for, but before that happens, I think you owe us something.
Oh man. As you say these words, she just sort of sputters and says, with like spit kind of flying from her mouth, owe you. Owe you. What I desire is the death of every mortal who had the audacity to come to our lands and rape and destroy them. I owe you nothing.
Hypatia's gonna kind of shrug and say she's not wrong.
Demetria, you say your own lands and rape and whatever. The locals of this area of the old wood, and they didn't want you to go mad and do all these evil things, so...
Those fools. They are soft because they have not lost as I have. They don't know what you're capable of, but I do. I hope to show them. I hope to open their eyes. But as it turns out, I don't have to. Because your time grows short. In fact, the scales are broken now. Soon, mortal and immortal alike will know the pain that I have felt all these years.
I empathize with you, Demetria, but it's horrible what happened to you and your sister. I promise you, we'll be better. But for now, please tell us the stories you took and why. And I'm going to cast suggestion.
Okay. All right. Rolls out on the table. Here we go. This is a wisdom save.
Yes.
All right. She makes it.
Well,
I can't tell this one. And she kind of like moves her head in the direction of Alexei. Because I gave his destiny away. I traded it for power. If you want to know why you're so doomed, you'll have to ask the fates themselves. And you see her mouth kind of split into an eerie smile.
Oh, did you guys show Talus that doll that looked like him?
No, not yet.
yeah.
Okay.
Demetria, if you don't tell Anna her story, instead of laying you to rest here next to your sister's trunk, I will carry you, drag you if I have to the Oracle herself and recover her story.
Versi. The traitor. I prayed to Father that he would see her for what she truly was and strike her down. But it sounds like those prayers went unanswered. Do you swear an oath that you will take my life upon the stump of my sweet Dianthus in exchange for her story?
Can I insight that?
Yeah, sure.
Talus will say to her,
She sounds
What?
so fucking tired and sad that I think she legit, or you think she legit, is ready. She's ready to just call it. All her work, all her efforts, it hasn't done anything. It won't change anything. she is defeated.
Talus will speak up.
Mhm.
Dryad, I'm the one that they call Talus. Have you heard of me?
She does not answer.
I was not one who chose to come here. I instead was dropped here. Would you allow me to be the one who puts you to rest? For I was not an intruder, merely somebody who washed ashore.
She smiles and she says, "No. I want the Arisian to do it."
Rosette's gonna kind of just look away a bit. Why?
She does not answer.
Will you do it, Rosette? For honest story?
I'm gonna go walk up to her. Only if you tell me why. Why me?
Smiling, she sort of looks up towards your voice and says, "Because it will hurt you. And I want to hurt one more mortal before it's over."
She's gonna look at Anna. And
Try to ask her again, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
it's okay. I can do it.
I will help.
But wait for your story before.
Do you swear the oath, chosen? The story in exchange for my death on that tree.
Well, I'm gonna look at everyone first. What's Hypatia?
I'm like ignoring everyone.
Well, I
Okay,
nod.
if no one says anything,
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes.
All right. Place me on the tree.
The
She
story
sighs.
first.
I swear to honor my end of the oath and will not betray your trust. I will tell you what I know of this lost bird. And then I sleep. I go to the Lady of Dreams. Anastasia, you are the only one of your bloodline not erased from history, from the minds of all. Even as I speak these words to you, your allies forget them. That pathetic excuse for a goddess over there forgets them. Even mighty Lutheria forgets them. Only you remember. Only I remember, for I stole this story. And what a sad story it is. But the story isn't all I stole. No, Versi had something for you. A necklace. It didn't seem so precious or valuable on the surface, but oh, it is. It is. Inside of it is the means to hear the voices of those you lost, and in their cries and whispers, perhaps a path will reveal itself. It's all I know, and all I have. I hope it was worth the effort.
Why did you take it in the first place?
I took whatever I could to hurt her, because her love of the mortals disgusts me. Do you know she keeps one as a pet? She makes love to it every night. Keeps it alive long past its normal lifespan, because she cares for it so. She disgusts me. I would have taken everything if I could have managed it.
Thank you.
The rest of you hearing this conversation, you only hear Anastasia say thank you at the end. You cannot recall any of the conversation.
The story.
I told the story. There is a necklace for you in a chest in my chambers. An adorable ruby pendant cut like a small heart. May it protect you and guide you.
I lean in close and into her ear I whisper, "We'll be better. Sorry for your loss." And I don't know if Phil wants to do it or the reason has to do it. Never mind. Excuse me.
All right. We're set. You finish her off?
First I'm gonna turn to Hypatia and ask if she saw a necklace like that.
It may have been there.
Yeah, when you were looking through the chest, there was a one that matched that description.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn to Demetria and ask her, is there any particular way you'd like to go? Anything you'd like to say?
I've said enough. My words are like wind through the trees. Beautiful, but powerless. Even when they blow like a hurricane, destroy everything, it makes no difference. In the end, and she just sort of like closes her eyes and waits for it.
Then I hope you at least find peace with your sister. And I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, because she's like hella strong and D&D, is a board game. You could spare us all rolling for it, unless you would like to roll for the cleanness of the kill. Either way, you will succeed on this, but if you want to go for style, if you want to go for props and cool storytelling, you could roll the attack with advantage. See how it turns out.
I don't want to ruin the story. Sure, I'll roll it.
Okay.
Okay. Would a spear be proper for this kind of thing?
Oh
or-
yeah, right through the heart. Right through the heart.
Okay. With advantage. Oh, thank God.
Okay. Yeah, you stab her through the heart. She lets out one sort of soft cry, and she dies. You see glowing greenish yellow blood sort of flowing into the tree, and her body sort of turns to wood and fuses with the dead trunk.
Wanted to
After
catch her. I wanted to
after
catch her and lay her down gently. As
I
it
was-
happened.
I
Oh,
was
she
actually
was
about to
laying
say
down.
that.
I
Okay.
thought she was laying
Sorry.
down. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
Okay.
sacrificial altar kind of
Okay.
deal. So.
All right.
Okay, but it was clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull the spear out then, and kind of take a step off the trunk.
Okay. As you go to pull the spear out, it's a very like sword in the stump situation here. That is to
If
say,
it
the
continues-
spear is stuck in her and in the tree.
Then I will leave the spear in there.
All right.
Well, actually, I turn to Talus.
Okay.
Would it be bad to leave the weapon in her?
I think that was her final way to hurt you. I say leave
I
it.
mean,
Well, no,
I could get
I
you
just
that
don't
spear
want it
back.
to be. No, I don't care about the spear. I just don't want it to hurt her in. I don't know, whatever.
I feel
afterlife.
that no amount of knowledge in nature could allow you guys to understand the mind of a crazy person. You know what I mean? Like, you could do an insight check, I guess. Would probably be more appropriate. A religion check, maybe.
Yeah,
May
she'll
not
do
be
an
appropriate,
insight.
but
Or you could just go with your guts.
Yeah, she's kind of thinking of like, person leaving an axe inside a tree. It kind of seems kind of
Yeah, Reset, you get the idea that she wants anyone that comes here to see your spear stabbed into her body on top of her dead sister.
yeah.
This
Then I'll
was
pull the spear out.
a final protest, essentially.
Is there any way to pull the spear out without breaking the?
You
entire
can attempt an athletics check.
I'm gonna ask Phil to help me.
I'll just get it for you. Like, Yo, rip this bad boy out of here.
All right, yeah. You tear the spear free.
Hand it
Thank
to
you.
Reset. Let's get this school bus out of here. I'm pretty
All right.
Anastasia wants to go around and collect some
As-
flowers and put it on the grave.
As
Before
Phil
leaving.
walks away,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand up and go stand in front of him. And
Okay.
just block the way.
Oh, all right.
Twice now. You have taken actions against the wishes of at least some of our fellowship. You swore an oath. It was the same oath I did. Is this how it is? Is this your story? Or is this our story?
I mean, I did what I thought was right. You disagreeing doesn't mean I'm going against you.
Yes, it does. Your actions are our actions. We are judged as a group. You are forcing us to do things that we do not want. You cannot keep doing this.
I mean, I don't think slaying monsters. Are you saying you don't want to slay monsters?
I'm saying I want you to consider the wishes of everyone in this group before you take actions.
I mean, I think I do that.
I don't think you do. You haven't done that twice now. You agreed for everyone in this group that we were going to stand up there on that rock before consulting anyone else. And now, against the wishes of half of this party, you slaughtered children. I don't care if they were monster children. You could have waited for them to attack us, and surely they would have. Then we could have killed them with no guilt. But you didn't. You made that decision for us. You made it for me.
Reset
And
made the decision. I just told her to do it. I don't understand what the problem is.
If you do it again, I will leave this group. You cannot make unilateral decisions for all of us.
Are we talking OOC right now?
I mean, it's gonna kind of have to be because if my character leaves. I mean, legit.
I mean, listen to me, okay? On the rock, like, he said make an oath. Sorry, it was like the first time we were in an oath of fellowship. Alright?
And that's okay.
I know, like, I don't really think, like, it ended up fine. Like,
it did end up
I understand,
fine.
like, you didn't want to be, like, chained on the rock, and I get that. As for, like, killing baby monster goats, I'm playing D&D. If killing baby monster goats is an issue, then we just need to play in a game without baby monster goats. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
so I'm gonna interject here. When I saw the encounter had baby monsters, I knew that it could be problematic. But this is a mature game with all adults, so I left it in there. In 26 years of playing D&D, it never is an easy encounter when there are baby monsters. You guys have played in my games. You go and you fight monsters. I don't think if there's a baby, it's always like comic relief or like off to the side or something or a footnote. It is never like, what are you going to do about this baby? For this reason, because it is, you know, it resonates with people differently. That being said, I left the encounter in because of this stump, right? Because part of the narrative of this story is that you guys, as you're adventuring, are finding more and more about the Dragonlords, and you're finding that while they are publicly celebrated legendary heroes, they had to crack many, many eggs to make the omelet that is the Age of Peace. And every time you are in a situation like that and you see that, the jovial, happy Kyra that you normally see all but like disappears as she sort of watches to see what you guys do. This is all tied very heavily to the narrative. That being said, will the campaign be a series of like horrible Mass Effect? Do you murder all the babies? Do you end this species' existence or this other species' existence? No, even though it's written by the Mass Effect guys. But yeah, like the reason this feels like a horrible Mass Effect choice is it was written by the Mass Effect guys. They played you guys. They played you guys hard. So it is important that A, you understand that this isn't going to be a campaign full of killing babies. B, this was introduced early on to be sort of a what do you do sort of situation. Where do your characters lie? What do your characters value? And having conflict about it, it's I mean, honestly, it's character development. It's you guys basically, this, you know, not to lean on it like this is what my character would do, but this is definitely a situation where there are 6 of you. There's no way that all 6 of you would ever be in agreement about, dare I say, anything, but especially not something as controversial as that. And so I definitely understand why there would be conflict about it, but I don't want anybody to worry that like this is going to be a reoccurring thing. But I will tell you, if you've played any of the games that these guys have written, there are going to be a lot of tough choices like this throughout the campaign. Not like, do you kill a room full of babies, but there are going to be tough choices, because that's just how these guys roll. You know what I mean?
And if there's going to be tough choices, we have to make them as a group.
Correct. So you do bring up a good point. So this is definitely something that is okay to kind of put out on the table early. I feel that Phil's first thing of he's mixed up about his sister, his half-sister or whatever, because things, but
I
also...
that.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
that one made
okay
sense.
With that too.
And
Look,
this
all right,
one...
I didn't even see into the room.
Right, this one
do it,
right
but-
here, like, you could say that it's Phil's fault, but that's taking a lot of pressure off Reset. Reset could have closed the door and said, we're not doing this. Reset could have tried to talk to them. Reset could have done a number of different things as the first person in the round. Hell, Talus could have rolled his initiative on time and gotten into the initiative first and made a decision. In battle, crazy stuff happens. So you just have to understand that, you know, like combat and war and life is messy. But putting your feelings and beliefs out there in character and as players is important. Like, communication is super important. So if you're in a situation like this in the future, right, you're low on health, you're not sure what to do about this door, everybody's on the fence about what to do. If you need to like just pause the game, we can pause the game while you guys figure it out, you know, because it is a game. So if you need time for that kind of stuff, we can take that time. That being said, you don't want to spend your entire session racked with indecision. So that's why I encourage groups to use true democracy. Like, if you can't agree on something, I mean, yeah, like, you should probably just go with true democracy. If that is consistently resulting in actions that you personally can't abide by, then that is an indication that you're not a good fit for the group. If you're constantly being put in situations by true democracy that you are not enjoying, that is an indication that your play style does not mesh with the other players. So again, a very charged encounter. But it happened. It's over. So like, just, you know, kind of keep that in mind. And if you're in another situation like that, we can, as I just said, totally just say, hey, okay, let's take a second and talk it out, because this is obviously something that you guys need to decide. All right. I will not be that guy putting like crazy pressure on you, screaming at you that there's 6-second combat rounds. You got to make a decision. If you find yourselves in a stressful or morally stressful situation like that, and you need time, you just let me know, and we'll take the time. Okay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I do have to say that when my turn came up, and I was just thinking like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
That's why I had to ask Talis and Phil, and I just heard kill, so I just.
And honestly, like I mean, it's horrible because you guys are in it. But if you were watching this scene, it would be, it would be crazy to see, right? Like, what is Reset gonna do? What is she doing? Oh God, she actually did it. And as soon as that blade was thrown, as soon as that like goatling was hit, there was a line you couldn't cross anymore. I mean, that's a powerful scene, which has led to an emotional aftermath. And I'm just as your neutral referee stepping in to say that you guys are all great players, and I don't want you guys to beat each other up too much about this. And I do want you guys to listen to each other on how you feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know. If you don't think that I have like the best interest of the group at heart, like you're mistaken. Like,
Well,
and
I
I
don't-
don't want to like.
I don't think
play
that's
like-
what was said. I think it's
I
just
was giving
concern.
an ultimatum of like, you do it one more time, I'm leaving. It's kind of like.
It's what you can't just make decisions for all of us.
All right, and
I mean-
you've pointed that out, and I have offered
Yeah.
the solution that next time there's
Yeah.
a difficult decision, we will stop while you guys figure it out. So that
And okay.
all right. So there's still plenty of time on the clock. You have dealt with Demetria. You have acquired her secrets. What is your next move?
I guess I'll go back into there one more time to get the locket, though. Unless you
Okay.
grabbed
Well,
it. Did you say you
we
grabbed
took
it?
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, if Hypatia didn't take it, I took it because I went up to the chest after.
Yeah, I only took the stuff that I took. I left everything else to be grabbed by others.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took everything else. I already wrote
Okay.
them down.
Let us leave this place.
Okay. Yeah, the jewelry, it's very much like a heart container, like from Zelda kind of piece of jewelry. It's beautiful, and probably in their setting where they don't have Zelda and heart containers, the artist probably thought they were coming up with something really cool there. But it is a beautiful piece. It does match your feathers really well. And it has a thick, sort of alternating silver and gold linked chain that is used to secure it.
Yeah, I'll hand that over to her.
Okay.
Hold it close, and then yeah.
All right. It in your hands, it does pulse with warmth, and for just a second, you're pretty sure you hear the whispered voice of your mother, though you are unable to make out just what she is saying.
Okay.
I'll give
Yeah.
her a hug.
All right.
All right.
The pendant, or the amulet, I guess you could call it, is most certainly magical. Just to make sure that comes across.
Well, we gotta get these children back to Astoria.
Yeah, I'll ask for I'll ask if Hercus is all right after all that.
Yeah.
As we leave, yeah.
That is interesting that you bring that up, because with the death of Demetria, the squirrel pops out of Philippocles' beard, sort of does a little shimmy and a shake, and then sort of puffs up like a balloon made of fur. It continues to increase in size till it is like an orange, a watermelon. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And finally there is a loud, like, popping sound, and it is a gnome.
What?
I knew there was something different about you.
Oh, thank you. I was cursed to be a squirrel, by Demetria.
Oh,
I came here long ago and tried to talk some sense into her on behalf of the druids of the Old Wood. It didn't go so well. But you freed me, so, thank you.
more than
Do
happy to help.
you-
She will. Anastasia will bow to him and then.
Ah, yes. You have the softest beard, sir, I must say. And that thing with the Slime King. Oh, that was incredible. This was a lot of stress for me, I'll be honest. When you're a squirrel, you have a very small heart, and it beats very, very fast, so I was afraid I was going to have cardiac arrest a few times.
Do you have a name,
Yes, Hercus?
Hercus?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't cursed to not have a name. I was just cursed to be a squirrel.
So you're a druid.
I am.
I'm glad we could free you of your ailment.
Yeah. Oh, because I said something about there being a boon of the forest or whatever. Sure. I can't really grant you a boon per se, but I could owe you a favor. So if you ever need a favor from the druids, look me up. I mean, that's kind of a boon, right?
No way.
All right, so the druids of the Old Wood owe us a favor.
Right. Oh, I mean, assuming I make it back there and tell them everything that's happened here and all of that. It's a real pity, but it's for the best, I suppose.
And how do you spell your name?
Herkus.
Alright,
I
I
wanna
wrote an
look-
IOU for you.
Okay.
I want to look above his head. Do I see any exclamation marks?
No, he does not have any quests to give. He just wants to return to his people.
I breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay.
Well, we are kind of in the Old Woods. Are your people on the way back to Astoria?
Oh yeah, my people are everywhere. So, I mean, once we get back to the surface, I'll just, go my own way, I guess. So, but wow, traveling with a god and saving all these children and killing those despicable goatlings, just amazing. Amazing. You guys ever thought about being adventurers?
Oh, you don't... Did you not pick up who we are?
Oh, I mean, you keep saying something about the Chosen, and apparently there's songs involved, but I've been a squirrel, so I kind of missed out on all that stuff.
Oh. Yeah, the Oracle has chosen us to save the world, I guess.
Oh. I guess the age of peace is drawing to a close. I see. Each side is stacking their forces in preparation. Interesting. Well, we will watch. Because we're, pretty neutral about these things. So, what Thylea wants will hopefully transpire. And if it doesn't, then her protector perhaps will wake up and make it happen.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, Hercus.
I am glad I'm safe too. I am very glad you did not kill me in the woods, because I don't think I would have turned back into a gnome. I think I would have died a squirrel. So.
Do
Well,
you have any more friends that are like you that got turned by Demetria?
Oh, no. At least I don't think so. I mean, honestly, it sounds like you have a lot to do. I don't know how much longer you want to just kick around the Old Woods.
We kind of were planning to head back to Astoria.
what I will do
We-
is
we
I'll
have
go
to bring
back.
these children.
I'll go back to my circle and I'll tell them everything that happened. And more than likely, we'll send a crew over here to do some cleanup.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
This might be a good location for a new druid grove. I mean, better druids than some, monster.
You will help restore the nature that is in here as I point to this dead tree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's part of what we do.
I think that seems good.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Luck returning to your people.
All right. And just because he can, he turns back into a squirrel and climbs back into your beard.
Oh. Okay.
I mean,
And
he's
then
not
I'm
gonna.
gonna-
He's not gonna. He has to walk all the way through the forest. He's not gonna walk all the way up them stairs. Are you kidding me?
All right. How are we gonna usher these children?
I will child
the
stack.
the faded child stack.
Yeah,
Of course.
I've been training my whole life for this. I thought stacking heroes was tough. Here we go. Almost done. Got about a dozen more children. Clean sweep on those kids. I mean, the one got hurt pretty bad, but yeah, you saved a lot of these kiddos. All right. You also, I think, might be the first group in history to a 5-star dungeon that I ran. You actually got every nook and cranny of this dungeon. Encountered every encounter there was. Well done.
Sweet.
All right. I have your child stack ready. If you would just get next to the child stack, I can grab all y'all and take you up to the surface and out of here.
On our way out, I would like to take that shield that we used to block the.
Okay. You gonna take it with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Esther Arcalander's shield.
Yeah. It's kind of a famous guy. All right. Laureus would like to
Coming with
join. Yeah, he'd like to join your NPC team if that's all right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because he doesn't have a job anymore, and he's also in love with Hypatia and Philippocles. So, because sometimes you like chocolate ice cream, and sometimes you like vanilla. This is a guy. He goes and gets the swirl. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Welcome to being a satyr.
Yeah. They don't understand anything but polyamory.
There's a reason they call it pansexual.
That is true. That is true.
Oh,
Amen.
I don't have sight.
Oh yeah, because I deleted you.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, as you guys head out and you emerge into the stinky slime pool of the Mossy Temple, you slough your way through the slime. The children are still heavily sedated. So this is ponderous pace. Do you have a means by which to speak? Oh, wait. Kyra used her special ability during the rest. So all of the children are actually okay, which is probably worse. Yeah. So you
We're
have
children. We're
Yeah.
children.
you have an entire crew of age like 12 to 20 kids that you are now responsible for, and they are all feeling great except for the PTSD. So they slosh through the slime, complain about it. They wait for Reset to get the shield. Grandma's taking too long. You guys start making your way through the woods. Hercus turns back into a gnome. He offers his hand in a handshake of bro friendship to Philippocles.
Yeah, I'll shake his
All right.
tiny hand.
Yeah. You destroy it. He's got like an 8 strength. And then he
That
proceeds. Yeah, he proceeds to give everybody an acorn. Don't
Thanks.
ask. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't smell them. And then he darts off into the woods. Remember, the druids owe you a favor.
Got it.
I got my IOU.
All right. So, you begin to make your way back through the woods. The children are loud. Those of you trained in anything related to survival or nature, you know that A, your sheer numbers will likely frighten off most predators. However, the noise you're making will attract the attention of just about everything in the forest. As you're making your way through, the dappled sunlight attempts to make its way through the thick canopy that is the old woods, and you settle in for the night because it is like a 2-day journey, and I guess you try to set up like a summer camp because you have so many children.
Yeah, I guess so.
Makes sense.
All right,
Yeah,
can everybody
I'll-
see?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Kyra pulls out her backpack and she says, "Don't worry, I've got tents. I got a couple tents in here. Hold on. What are we gonna do about food? There's like a lot of them. You just gonna good bury it? It feels kind
I
of.
need a long rest before I can berry.
Oh. Well, didn't L'Oreal or whatever his name is? Didn't he take a bunch from of good berries before we left? You could just give everybody good berry and put them to sleep. So here we go. Tents. You get a tent. You get a tent. You get a tent. Tents.
Plus, good forage like crazy.
All right,
There's the
there you
woods,
go.
so-
Whoa. Okay.
Is that good?
Okay, we don't need one tent for each child.
What if they try to get it on?
I think they've been doing that.
Oh, well, I don't want to be here when it happens, though. Everyone gets a separate tent, and she just keeps setting them up. It's weird because, like, when you watch her, she's very slow, but like when you look away, she's already setting up another tent. I think that will do it. There we go. Tents. All right. Good night. All right. The children look around, happy but confused, and they all start going into tents. Some of them do try to sneak into tents with each other. Is anybody going to camp counselor this shit, or
No.
Yeah.
no? Yeah? Okay.
Parisian, no fun.
As Karina goes to take her lady love into a tent, she gives you a stern look, Reset, like, I'll fight you.
I think she'll go up to the first one
Uh-huh.
and then get that look, and then she'll be like, "Oh, whatever. They've dealt with enough stuff.
Okay.
I'll just pretend I
we
don't see it."
don't want to send these kids back, knocked up to their parents.
It's, what happens
They
at
were-
Demetria's summer camp stays at Demetria's summer camp?
Yeah.
I don't know. All
It's
right.
possible a lot of them are already knocked up.
So Hypatia, Lorius says, I noticed that you like to read.
Yeah.
Maybe you could read to me.
I mean, all I have is this super creepy book.
Oh, that book. Ooh. I don't think that's something you want to read right now. You're in a very emotional state.
That might be the best state to read it in.
How about this? You don't have to read tonight. I will play you a beautiful melody on these here pipes that will lure you into the deepest slumber that even Lutheria will not be able to wake you from.
That sounds nice. Especially as she's traipsed about in our dreams before. Does everyone want to listen in?
He kind of blushes a little bit. He's like, well, I mean, the more the merrier. Okay.
She's like completely oblivious to what he's getting at.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Talos will actually ask Philippocles for if you could have one of the vials of blood from the tree, the sap from the tree.
Yeah, you could have one.
All right. So, anybody that would like to, Lorius is going to play his flute, his panpipe, and play a song of sleep, which outside of combat is like some serious ambient. So, if you do require some sleepy time, he can assist you with that.
Reset's going to take watch at some point, so she'll pass up.
Talos has to rest, but he can still see what's going on. So, not really great for taking on a watch, but I had to reread Warforged resting. Blah blah.
Alrighty. As you guys settle in for the night, do you require anything, or should I see if anything interesting happens while you are sleeping?
So I want to make sure, like, I'd take a watch too. I'm sure we'd have like a sufficient watch schedule. You missed no hours.
Fair enough. All right. The night passes mostly without any interest. I mean, the children are very happy to have not died. Some of them are having bad dreams from the nightmarish things that they witnessed or were a part of. So it's not the best night of sleep unless you took magical Seder Ambien. And I don't know, does anybody comfort or console the children in any way, or is it kind of like, life is hard, kids, you'll get over it someday?
I was thinking about doing like a little bonfire camp song, but everyone went to sleep already, so.
I mean, they're pretty tired. But
Yeah.
maybe the ones that can't sleep, you could gather them up, and okay.
They can gather around
Like a
Talos and
lullaby
let
or
him know he'll
something.
be awake all night.
Yeah. So you gather them around the fire and sort of talk out, like the horrors that they dealt with, and some of them feel really stupid because they were bamboozled, by a beautiful lady and led off into the woods like a bunch of idiots, and like some of their friends died down there, and there's just a lot. There's a lot that they're dealing with, and as they kind of open up, you realize like these kiddos have been through a lot. They have been through a lot. And Demetria, despite her honeyed words and despite the wrongs that were done to her, I mean, she did horrible things to these children and made them do horrible things. So there is that sort of hanging in the air. So, all right. Eventually, talking it out, knowing that you guys are there to keep them safe, the children do fall asleep, and you place them back into one of the 47 tents, and kind of finish up the evening.
Just during her watch, Reset would like to find a spot, like on a tree, and kind of just look up at the sky and hold the locket in her hand, see if there's any sort of power coming out from it.
Yeah,
probably not.
Your locket
but
feels cold and empty.
Yeah, she's just gonna be talking to the locket and just hoping Grandma can hear.
All right. What do you say to it? You just kind of like audio diary kind of thing,
Do
or
you shake
Yeah.
it? No.
No. I could write something over the week, but
okay, that's fine. No obligation or anything, but I just thought if this was a moment where you had like a like a monologue planned or something. So. All right. Speaking of Anastasia, you notice Reset with her necklace. You have a necklace. You're like necklace sisters now.
Yeah, I was gonna probably do something with her. Yeah.
Do you want to attune to this necklace?
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It is an amulet of health. You now have 18 Constitution.
Wow. Thanks, Mom.
Wow. Grandma.
All I got was resurrection.
Probably shouldn't have said it out loud.
Look, if anybody has the right to feel gypped, it is Talus, okay? This guy shows up like from out of town to basically like the rich kid side of town, where everybody's like relatives are like, hey, Greek privilege, and they all get like free magic items, and oh, my dad lives in a palace, and all this other kind of stuff. And poor Talus, he's just like, hey, could I use my lucky ability? And everyone's like, nah, bro, you don't even get that yet. I would say, looking at your grocery lists of presents, that Talus, yours is a long burn, my son. You're a long burn, but I think it'll be worth it.
It's okay.
Yeah. Also, now that you have attuned to it, you do hear your mother on occasion. She is speaking to the rest of your family and trying to soothe them and keep them calm. But at other times, she is just reliving some of the better moments that you guys had together growing up. It's like she is trapped outside of like time. So sometimes she's in the present. Sometimes she's mourning, like, you know, the death of your, I don't know if sirens get married or not, but, you know, your dad, right? And there's just sort of this, like, when is she? It's like trying to watch The Witcher on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, subtitles to tell you when in the timeline she currently is at. She's just sort of, it's like a radio of mom that sometimes makes sense and oftentimes does not.
Wow.
But it is
so
a
like
comfort.
regular moms.
Yes, but it is a comfort to know that you are not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Reset, you look over at Anastasia. She's looking like there's like happy, sad tears, like happy and sad tears, kind of coming out of the eyeballs. And the pendant is glowing, and she looks so radiant and healthy and like hale and hearty, like she's been taking all the vitamins.
Yeah, she's just gonna smile, and she's gonna leave her alone for the night. But you know, she's breathes a sigh of relief to see that, yeah, Anastasia finally has her story.
Once Hypatia is asleep, Lorius sort of skips over to Philippocles, and he makes a bedroom eyes at you. We've been through a lot in the last 12 hours, more than most couples. Perhaps you need someone to rub away the soreness in your muscles?
That sounds pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good to me.
So, everyone seems to be in a much better place except Alexei, who has now been gypped out of his destiny twice, and then told he has to go to the goddamn fates themselves to find out what the hell is wrong with him. He sets up an edgelord broody camp at the edge of the campsite. You know it's an edgelord camp because he takes off his shirt so you can see his scars and muscles, and he spends all night sharpening his weapons. Anytime someone approaches them, he just glowers at them. And then he goes back to sharpening his weapons. All right.
Just play
So-
this here. I was gonna go comfort him, but it doesn't look like it's an option. But
Oh yeah, no. Too edgy. You would take slashing damage if you got too close to him right now. As the sun begins to dapple through the canopy and rise in the east, sure. There is a horn that resounds from the sky above. A sort of and you hear the thunderous hooves of war horses coming towards the campsite. Go ahead and give me a perception check, everybody. You, yes, may Jeremy Crawford take your passive if you don't want to roll.
Take my passive.
could
All
I
right.
have resummoned Soul at the time?
Yeah, sure.
She's gonna need
Yeah,
passive.
did we benefit from a long rest?
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I would say.
Sorry,
Let's see.
I got it.
Of those rolls that I'm seeing,
And Soul has an 18.
reset. Oh wait, we got a roll for Edgelord. Hold on. Does he even have perception? Oh yeah, he does. Cool. Yeah.
He's pretty busy.
He's
So edgy.
sharpening.
Yeah, he's surrounded in like a storm cloud of gloom, so he can't see anything. Reset, you're the only one who sees. You see a flash of brilliant silver, just briefly through the canopy of the trees. You're sure that it was a silver dragon. Give me an intelligence check. Or history if you have it.
Nah, neither.
Okay. Yeah, could be anybody's silver dragon that also owns a horn. You hear a bellowing voice that some of you might recognize. It's Gaius. And he says, "Destroy the chosen. Spare the children, unless they get in the way." And then his voice kind of bellows, and you hear the thundering of storm clouds beginning to gather. And to the north, bursting through the underbrush, are 6 centaurs. Yeah. All right. We can go ahead and at least roll into this. Go ahead and give me some initiative, because they are planning to fight you. All right. Let's see. What do we got for this?
At least Alexia has someone to take that anger out on.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
pretty good.
I'll roll him in just a sec. Trying to pick out a little bit of the music here at the end. Yeah, we'll just do this one since we're not going to be listening to it for too long. Some of this music is really nice, but not nice for too long. So, some of the mixes, like, you could probably just listen to it forever. Oh, it's a little loud. Sorry.
We got it.
Yeah, wake up for that last
This
7
is
minutes of the
appropriate.
game.
This is appropriate.
All right. They come storming into the campsite. And I will roll this tent into initiative. It will represent Team NPC. And then, yeah, that works. Okay. So, Reset, you're up first.
How far are we from the edge of the forest?
From the
Like,
edge
like
of the
deep
forest?
inside?
Yeah, you traveled for a whole day, so you're pretty close to the edge of the forest.
Okay, but from my knowledge, do centaurs move any quicker than we do? They look like huge creatures.
Centaurs are super fast, like stupidly fast. Yeah, you could never outrun them.
Okay, I'm gonna
no.
yell out in case anyone's still sleeping. Centaurs to the north, get the children to safety. And I'll also call out that I saw something that looked silver flying above us, and it might be douchebag's dragon. As I look to Hypatia,
I'll roll my eyes back at you.
I'm gonna go up,
Like.
and I'm gonna hide behind one of these tents and ready in action to. Well, actually, I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay. All right. The centaur that is up first moves 50 feet. Then it uses a dash action to move another 50 feet. Hypatia, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna stay right where I am and cast Mirror Image.
Okay, hype. We've hit upon a great way to do that. Is you just mouse over the mirror image icon with however many duplicates you have, which is what, like 4? 3?
3.
Alright. There you go.
Oh, well, I was gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Alright. That brings us to... Well, do you have any movement, or are you going to stay there, you said?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, Anastasia, you're up.
I'm gonna fly up a little bit. I'm gonna tell Soul to search around and see if she can find where Gaius is flying around.
Okay.
Action. Oh gosh. Probably.
Remember, this is still thick canopy, almost like rainforest thick.
Okay. So there's kind of like a roof.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a roofed forest situation.
Okay. Yeah, I just gonna fly up a little bit, and then I will. How far is this guy from me? 65.
But good on you as a flying creature looking out for dragons.
Yeah.
Check the mausoleum for more information.
Oh man. Then I just 65. I'll fly a little. I'll sacred flame this one.
Okay. It will try to make a dexterity save. It fails. Alright, it takes 5 points of damage.
And that's it.
Alright, Alexi. Alexi's been looking for something to test his blades against. He's going to run forward. And then he is going to ready a shot. And if somebody grants him a sneak attack, he is going to take the shot. Maybe? That seems like something rogues would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
He also has full health?
He does,
Or no.
he does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no worries. He once nobody was paying attention to him, he totally fell asleep and got a long rest. Because being an edgelord is one thing, but dying for it is another. So, all right, Centaur number 13. She's gonna roll up onto this thing. She's gonna move, I don't know, 100 feet. Boom, done. Philippocles, you're up.
Phil's gonna look at Lorius and say, "Get the kids to safety," and then he's gonna
Absolutely.
start moving forward. Yeah, he'll take the dash action, and he'll move right there behind that tent. And
Alrighty.
he'll bonus action rage.
Talus, you're up.
Alright, Talus is just gonna move this way. And throw the shockwave this way.
All right. That hits.
Got 7 slashing.
All right.
And then Paratos is gonna fall.
12 actually hits.
And then he'll move away.
That should trigger Alexi's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but she's not within 10 feet. But he's holding a bow shot. You're right. So here we go. Bow shot.
It's a short sword.
But
Oh, is it?
same-
I'll still
It's
take the. It's the
same
same modifier. Yeah. All right. Soul, you're up.
She'll fly up in kind of the center of like the roof, and if 18 passively isn't enough to find out where Gaius is hiding at, so I'll do a search action.
He is looping around. He may or may not be planning to drop a breath weapon on you at initiative count 0.
Okay. So we'll think about that, and then she'll telepathically tell Anna, and then Anna will spread out.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Centaur number 10 comes bounding down the field in this open forest clearing. 10. Out of the tents, an ocean of children just comes screaming out. Lorius, Karina, and Kyra are all kind of guiding the children and having them run to the south. So that is what they are doing.
Everyone appears at the same time.
Yeah, so they all just and start running south. I will move them, in between this session and next session. This guy rushes forward. And these two rush forward. Let's see. All right. As they do, you hear a cry from overhead, and through the canopy, a dragon briefly stuffs its head in and sort of breathes out its breath weapon. Given the distance and the mechanics and blah, 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 this is not a normal breath weapon situation. This is simply a environmental hazard, as it were. So it is just going to be aimed at the biggest concentration of good guys. So Reset, Anastasia, and Talus, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Does dodge help me with that?
Yeah, you get advantage.
Yeah, if you're dodging, you have advantage.
Fuck.
All right, Talus pass, Reset, and Anastasia do not. You do take some damage from the breath weapon. 12 points of cold damage. Talus, you take 6, and the dragon's head disappears from the forest's thick canopy as it kind of flies away to wing back around at a later round. All right. That takes us to the end. We could go one more round if you guys are up for it, because we did start a little bit late. Or we could just kind of leave off with the Centaur cavalry charging in unison to trample down the tent city that you have built as the innocent children flee and you stand bravely against them and the forces of Sidon.
I mean, I think breast weapon with the dragon flying away.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine either way.
I'm fine with one more.
But
me
yeah,
too.
I'm fine with
Whichever.
either, but okay.
All right. If anybody needs to go to bed right now, otherwise we're gonna do one more round. Once, twice. All right, one more round. Reset. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to head over to this tent over here.
Okay.
I think I have enough movement for that. Yeah, exactly 40. And I will again. I'm gonna dodge and wait until they get a little closer.
Alrighty. Let's see. This centaur right here. Let's see. 25, 50. All right. He is 2 sizes larger than Soul. Soul's also in the air, yeah?
Yeah, way up in the air. Kind of in the middle
Okay.
of everything.
Yeah, we got like a flight thing. There we go. All right, no problem. So Hypatia, he's gonna charge you.
Great.
Yeah. He moved at least 30 feet towards the target, and he's gonna try to hit you with a pike attack. Here we go. 23.
So that would hit.
Okay.
What's my mirror image roll? I don't.
So you
I
roll a
had
dice.
20
If
now?
you get a good roll,
Yeah.
it hits one of
If
your
it's-
images instead.
Yeah.
If it's above a 7.
Yeah. It's it is a 7.
I would
that
post
hits.
it then. I'm not sure if it's 7, if it hits you or
Let's
if it
see.
doesn't.
I think it might be 8 or higher. I don't know.
There we go.
8 or higher.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
6 or higher.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it hits a
You're good.
duplicate.
Okay.
All right,
Alright.
so that hits a duplicate, which is good because he would have
Okay.
thrown an extra 3d6 damage onto that 5.
Yeah.
Then he brings his front hooves down, the disgusting insect that he is. 23. Now you roll again for a duplicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it.
All right, so that's
Okay,
another
okay.
duplicate done, and he
Yeah.
is spent. He is out of actions. Hypatia, 2 of your illusions shatter, and you are now in melee with this gentleman.
Yeah, that was super scary.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna action disengage and run away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind this tent here. Mer-
All right. Anything else from Hypatia?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Anastasia, you're up.
Okay. I'm down here. Did you move me by accident?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
okay. I think I was
with
next
the,
to Talus.
You were. Yeah, because you guys
Okay.
get hit by ice together.
Okay, so I'm gonna move back a little bit. I'm gonna want to go down there anyway, actually, so that's fine.
Okay.
Fly over this way. Bonus action. I will do just 1 healing light on myself, and that is it's maximum 6 because of my familiar's out and within 100 feet, so it's full 6. I don't have to roll for it actually. And then action, I'm gonna hold a guiding bolt for when I'm gonna have Soul do advantage on this guy, then I'm gonna release it. So I'm concentrating on a guiding bolt to release it when I have advantage on something.
Okay.
My turn.
All right. Alexi, he is going to he's going to use his thing where he distracts them and pisses them off. Clever as the gods. Here we go. Maybe. There we go. And he will use deception. And they will use their insight, which is hilarious because I don't think there's more than like 10 monsters in D&D that have insight. All right, so yeah, she fails. So she is definitely granting advantage to everybody now. Yeah.
Including him.
You and your allies have advantage against this creature at the beginning of next turn. All right. He will take his bow and fire at her again. No, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to throw his bow on the ground, and he's gonna ready his spear for an attack that will give him sneak attack, if possible.
It will give him sneak
He
attack.
has advantage on it.
Oh yeah, because of the advantage. Then he will step forward and stab her.
It's what the character
Look,
would do. Throw the
I don't
ball
play
on the ground.
rogues, okay? Jeez. I just get played by rogues. Tear down the cheek.
I think you click the centaur.
Yeah, Centaur like killed herself, I guess. Let's see. They both have like spear type weapons. Yeah, he hits. Alright, 12 damage. Alright. That brings us to that Centaur. Alright, that Centaur is going to because she's in melee with him, so she can't like get a charge on him, so she will just stab him and try and smash him with her hooves. There we go. Right. Ooh, that's a fumble. All right, what happens on this fumble? Let's find out real quick. Whoa. Oh my god. Let's see. Too much flourish. No, wait, natural attack. You don't add your proficiency bonus to your attacks for 1d4 rounds. Oh, that's some more shit. Oh, wow.
Centaur shit.
Kyrie.
Yeah. 4 on blue. Okay. For next time. Alright, momentary confusion. So he is apparently spinning his spear, cunning actions, and clever as God and all that. She has got like little like stars and moons like swirling above her head. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. That is her turn. Alexei, though, is bloodied by that one attack. Philippocles, hiding in a tent like Solid Snake. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Phil's just gonna rush up. Another bonus action to re-enter rage. See what can attack. And then he's just gonna swing at the centaur. Try to come up under it with his great sword and like cut her himself. 12? Advantage in flanking?
Yeah, 12 is enough. She takes 10 damage and is bloodied.
And that's Phil's turn.
Alright. Talus, you're up.
Okay. Seeing that these are a little easier to hit, we are actually going to use sharpshoot. And we have advantage, so.
Yeah,
12.
12 definitely hits. She
16
dies.
chakram damage.
She dies. Is it a clean chakram chop off the head situation?
I think that would be best.
All
That
right.
also know it'll hit the knees and make her collapse.
Oh, grotesque. All right. Yeah, she comes down on her missing middle limbs and just sort of collapses into the ground.
Alright, Imperatos will attack this centaur.
All right. You are trying to hit an AC of 12 on these centaurs. They are literally only wearing decorative armor, I guess. Yeah, 15 hits.
5 slashing.
Feels good to fight stuff you can hit. And then he flies away. Right. Sol, you're up.
It's gonna do a corkscrew maneuver, dive down on this guy, provide the help action, and that's when Anna's gonna do her guiding bolt at advantage. Level 2 guiding bolt.
Uh, 13 is enough.
Alright.
He is blasted by guiding bolt. The next attack against him will have advantage.
And Soul doesn't have flyby, so she's gonna have to stand there, I guess.
All right.
Oh well. Sorry.
I don't think any of the advanced familiars do. When thinking about it, if they're invisible, they do, but then they can't really attack if they're invisible.
All good.
So, all right, this guy is going to see where all the action is. He's going to trample over some tents. He doesn't care. Phil, he's coming for you. Let's see.
That dash action?
Yeah, he had to dash to get there. He would definitely hold off so he could charge then if he can't make it in one go. Let's see. And how much? Oh, all right. He will just move to here, and he won't be able to hoof you. He's just going to try to use a pike on you. There we go. Because they haven't reached 10 feet. 11 does not hit. All right. NPCs continue to flee the scene. So that's what they're doing. Let's see.
There's one back there.
Yeah, I'll grab them. There's like too many of them for me to waste your guys' time with that. All right, this centaur right here is going to, like one of them cars that you pull back and then move forward. He's going to come on, buddy. Move back. There we go, and then charge forward because why not? All right, here you go, Philippocles. This is the bike. 23 for 8. All right, it's going to add charge damage for 12, and then it is going to try to hoof you. And at 12 misses. All right, this centaur right here is going to just start running down some kids, maybe. She starts running, and then she sees the spellcaster over there. Maybe there's so many tents. Let me see. What's her passive perception? 13. What's your passive stealth, Hypatia? Is it like a 12 or something? Maybe.
She's muted.
Oh, okay. Alright. It'll come trampling over here. And that'll be its action.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I had to clean up Beagle Pee.
Oh, I've been there. Not your actual beagle, but, you know. This one's going to do the same thing. Wind-up car. She kind of runs back and then runs forward to get that sweet, sweet charge. Here we go. 21 on Alexei with the charge damage. That'll take him down. Then she's going to hoof his body. 25 would hit. Let's see what the critical is. Let's see. Bludgeoning is oh geez. Shin bash, maximum damage, roll damage again.
So you just plan to keep killing him when he's not here?
I think he died again.
Nice.
All right. And that will end the round with her smashing his legs to a pulp. I will turn off the music and we will go back to the dashboard. Whew.
What a way to end.
Oh my god. All right. So, apparently, Gaius not happy with you guys.
Fair.
I just don't understand why.
I mean, it was probably the public humiliation, if I'm being honest. It's probably been sitting on that for a couple days. So, whew. All right. Next week, we will finish up this fight and return these children to their parents, recuperate in Astoria. If you guys, characters, require any amount of downtime, that would definitely be the time to take it before heading out to your next trial. Plus, there's like information gathering you could do about whichever trial you choose, as well as returning the horn and maybe drinking from it, because that is the actual trial. Killing Demetria was not the trial. The trial was actually supposed to be pretty simple, except Demetrius stole the horn. So, all right. Whew. A pretty charged session tonight, guys. Pretty crazy stuff. Any questions, concerns, announcements before we adjourn? I know there's still a build contest that ends very soon for Fey Creature. So that's something to consider. If you aren't going to enter, vote. If you are going to enter, vote. Exercise a vote that actually counts.
Just remember, everybody wants a Palrus.
I have a really gross one planned. It's not going to be cute at all, but hopefully I can dig up some time to actually make it before. When does it end? Tonight? Tomorrow? Friday. Okay, so there's still time. Whew. All right. Well, if nobody has any announcements or anything besides that, we will adjourn until next week.